Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Today is Sunday, and today is the live show. We are live on TikTok, so let's get on to the thread. What mild inconvenience would you curse upon your enemies? All right, let's get into it. Let's see. That they constantly fumble things the first time they reach for them. Go to write with that pen, it just fell on the floor. Go to lock your door, just drop your keys. Go grab your drink from the dispenser, it's now spilled everywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that would piss me off a lot. The pockets of their jeans are large enough for a phone, but tight enough so it's uncomfortable when you walk. So I guess just having like really, really tight pants, but like you could fit your phone in there, but it's just like fucking uncomfortable to have your phone in there. All right. Self-service checkout would have a fit for every item. Unexpected item in bagging area. Approval need. Oh, that's evil. That one is evil. Oh, man, imagine that one. Yeah, when you do the whole self-checkout BS, and it's like every item that you scan, it's just like, boop, oh, sorry, we can't do that item. You need an approval, and you got to get somebody to come over, and then they do a little key thing. Oh, for every item? Yeah, that would piss me off. I ain't gonna lie to you, that would piss me off. Permanently having food stuck in that place between your nose and your mouth where you have to do that horrible sucking in your throat to get it out. Oh, okay. Permanently having food stuck in the place between your nose and your mouth where you have to do that horrible sucking in your throat thing to get it out. Maybe I've had that happen before. I mean, that's like practically choking, man. Damn, that ain't really an inconvenient curse. Jesus Christ. When they clip their fingernails, they will always clip them too short. Oh, yes. When you cut your fingernails too short and it gets to like the sensitive underpart in there. Yeah. Yeah, that would be very mildly inconveniencing, if I'm being honest with you. Oh. Any hot meal they eat will be frozen in the middle. Oh, imagine every single meal that you eat, it is frozen in the middle. Oh, no. Oh, that would fucking suck. No ketchup, only clear residual tomato fluid. All right. I guess that's like when you hit the bottom of the fucking ketchup thing and it's just nothing but like tomatoey water, and you just have that every time you use a ketchup bottle. That would fucking suck. Every time they get into their vehicle, their seat is adjusted a little differently. Depending on who you are, yeah. Depending on who you are, like, fuck yeah. For me, that doesn't really like mess me up that much. Like, my seat kind of changes all the fucking time because I drive an older car. But if you drive like a newer car, or if you're like maybe a short person, then yeah, that could fucking suck, and that'd be a pain in the ass. Their shoelace always comes loose no matter how much they tie it. I mean, at that point, get some fucking slip-ons, man. Get some slip-ons at that point. Golly, that would piss me off the entire time. I would have the worst day. Let's see. Every mouse click is a double click, possibly more than mildly inconvenient. He said, porn at work, it'll be all right. And now it's full screen, and now the volume's all the way up. Somebody walks in on you, watching the corn, And you're just like, you try it, you click once and it double clicks and it makes the screen bigger and then the sound is on and you're like, no. Oh man, that would suck. Okay, yeah, see this one, having a popcorn kernel perpetually stuck in your teeth would drive me mad. Drive me mad. Where you can feel it in between your teeth and you can't do anything to get it out. You use a pick, it won't come out. You try to jimmy it with your nail or something, it won't come out. The worst. After lying down on the couch, the remote would be just out of reach. Yes, that would piss me off, especially if you're like in the wintertime, like it is now, where you're under your covers and you're nice and warm, and then you're like, "Where's the remote?" And it's like just out of reach, and you're like, "Son of a bitch!" That happens every time you lay down on the bed. Yeah, no, man, I couldn't do it. Nah. Every time they put new toilet paper on the holder, the glue that holds the first square onto the roll causes the roll to split down the middle and can't be fixed. Yeah. I've never had that happen before, but I can imagine that being absolutely terrible, because then you're like, dude, how am I supposed to wipe my butt with this? Like, I'm going to get dookie all over my fingers. I already know it. How in the hell am I supposed to wipe my ass with it? Like, come on. That their favorite food would taste as good as it used to. Not that it would taste horrible, just a little less satisfying. Yeah, I guess that one isn't that bad. Let's see. Once a month, they will lock their keys in their house or their car. That's okay. That one is evil. You gotta have, your enemy must have done something absolutely atrocious to you in order for you to be like, I want you to be locked out of your home once a month. I want you to be locked out. I want you to be an hour away from your house and you lock your keys in your car. Like, they had to do some heinous, and I mean heinous ass shit to do something like that. Man. Just saying. Oh, hold on here. Okay. Ooh. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. There's always a pebble in their shoe, but it changes enough that they can't get used to it and ignore it. You would have to kind of get used to something you'd have to get used to that. If there was a pebble in your shoe every single time you slipped it on, at some point I would just be like, it's there. It lives in my shoe. And it's there. I'm done. Nope. No thank you. I'm good. Fuck that shit. I'd be so pissed. Whenever they take a poop and go to wipe, there will always be a skid mark that remains on the toilet paper. No matter how many times they wipe, they will never see the light of a clean white sheet of toilet paper. God damn, he said you will never have a clean booty hole in the rest of your life. You will always have, dookie butt for the rest of your life, bro. That sucks. That sucks. You are always going to have dookie booty for the rest of your life. Man, that fucking sucks. May a mosquito enter their room as they're trying to sleep. May it do a bombing run over their ear as they're trying to doze off. I mean, having mosquito bites alone would be just mildly inconveniencing somebody. But to have it not only bite you and give you mosquito bites that itch like fucking crazy, but you have to hear this motherfucker buzzing in your ear too? Lord have mercy on my soul. Lord have mercy on my soul. Dude, there's no fucking way. There's no way. No way. Couldn't do it, man. Couldn't do it. That time you pee dribbles a little bit, and then the end of the few drops are in your underwear and on the outside of the toilet bowl. Okay. All right. I would make their butthole violently itch every time they started talking. They just try to have a casual conversation, and they're just like, "Oh, hey, what's going on, Tom?" God damn. My God, my ass is itchy. Fuck. They go to the bathroom, they get up in there and they're like, oh, okay, all right, whoo. Hey, Tom, how was that? My God. Whoo. Like, you good, man? Yeah, no, I'm good. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm fine. The butthole is just itching. It's just itching. And they're just like, ooh, oh my God. God damn. And they don't realize it's because they're talking that it's making it even more itchy. So the more they talk, the more itchier it gets. And they're just like freaking the fuck out. They're like, oh my God. No matter when they leave, how much traffic they hit, what the weather is like, or what form of transportation they're taking, they will always be 5 minutes late, even if they're trying to get there later than that. Damn, you're like, hey man, you are gonna be late to every fucking thing. Never have a cold side of the pillow. Add to that, their sheets and comforters always stop at the calf muscle or knee. They're always gonna be scared that the demon's gonna pull them out of bed. They can't fully get under the covers. And then the crazy thing is not having a cold side of the pillow. Not having a cold side of the pillow, bro, that is evil. All right, that is evil. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't think I would be able to handle that. Not having a cold side of the pillow, I would be so pissed. I'd have to put ice packs on my pillow, something, man. God. Low water pressure. Every time they use a sink, shower, spigot, etc., all they get is a half-ass dribble of water. Oh, imagine trying to have a shower in a low pressure like shower, dude. That shit would piss me off. And then I would even go further and be like, they not only get shitty water pressure, but they also get they don't get warm water. That would be like the ice on the cake. That would fuck them up bad. They would just be like, are you serious? Like, I ain't got no hot water and there ain't no water pressure. Now that would be an inconvenient curse right there. My goodness, that'd be an inconvenient curse. Terrible, no good, dastardly drop when you need it the most. Oh, and the internet connection. Oh, especially if you work from home or anything like that. If you're just like trying to do something and your internet connection just drops you out of the call all the time and you're in an important meeting, or you're like giving a presentation and your internet just drops, or even if you're just like an average person and you're just using the internet and you cannot surf the internet to save your life, that would piss me off to no degree. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one. Yeah. Got that Walmart connection for life. Sudden onset of explosive diarrhea in the middle of every job interview. You would never get a job a day in your life. That is terrible. You get into that job interview and they're just like, oh, hi, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? Ooh, they're just holding it in as best they can, and it's just like, oh, what are your best qualifications? And, oh, yeah, I like to, and they're like, are you okay? And it's like, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. And they're just sitting on that toilet, blowing it up for hours. And the employer's just like, hey, man, are you okay? You all right in there? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Oh. Let's see. Every single USB device they touch has to be turned a minimum of 23 times before it fits into the hole. That's fucked up. He gave a specific number. He was like, you have to turn it at minimum 23 times. It could be 24. It could be 50. You could get it on the 23rd. But at the minimum, you're going to have to spin that bitch 23 times before it plugs in. And I would go a step further too, and I would make it like every single plug. So like, say you're trying to charge your phone and you got to plug it into the outlet and it just won't fit, and then you're like, turn it over and you're like, no, come on. Why are we doing this? And your phone is like 1% battery and you're like expecting a call or something like that. Yeah, I'd go heavy with that. Let's see. Oh, okay. This one only affects the guys, sadly, but this could at the same time affect a girl if, like, I guess they were dating. But erections happen only when it's inconvenient for them to happen. Sat beside the swimming pool with your wife while a hot girl goes past. Oh, obvious erection. Dude, oh, you were near the end of it. You would just be sitting there, and I know, cute girl goes by, and you just happen to look, and you're like, oh God. All right, and then she's like, oh, come on, babe, let's go. And you're like, no, it's cool. I'll catch up. I'll catch up with you. I got you. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, I lost my spot. Hold on. No. Ay. Phone, why must you do this to me? I gotta find my place again. That is retarded. Okay, there we go. All right, waiting outside the school grounds to pick up your child. Oh, no. So he's just like, he'd be outside waiting for his, daughter or whatever, and it's just like, bloop. And he's like, no, not right now. Go to jail instantly. The other parents would be looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? He would get beat up. He'd so get beat up. That dude would get, the other dads would be there and just be like, yo, dude, what the fuck? Do you like little children? He's like, no, I don't like children. What's that then? What's that right there? And they're just like, no, it's not what it seems. No, man. I'm just waiting for my daughter. And you have a daughter? How dare you get an erection at an elementary school and you're waiting for your daughter? I'm gonna have to meet this daughter and ask her some questions because I don't believe you. I don't believe you, sir. Oh my goodness. All right. Erections happen only when it's inconvenient for them to happen. Snuggling up with the wife who's promising to fulfill all fantasies. Nope. No erection for you tonight. Oh, she's over here speaking some vile shit. She's like, oh, I'm going to let you do this. I'm going to let you do that. We about to do this, and that. And you're like, ooh, let's go. I'm ready. Then she walks through the door and she's just like, wow, rips her clothes off. And little buddy is just chilling. And he's just like, nah, it ain't happening, Chief. And you're like, no, come on. No, come on. Come on, man. You got up at the school today. You can't get up right now. Oh, no. That would be terrible. That'd be a man's worst nightmare right there. Their phone vibrates every now and then, but when they look, there's nothing. That would drive me mad. Like, I'm just chilling and my phone vibrates, and then I check it, nothing. And I'm like, what? And then, and the worst thing would be is like every time you check it and then you put it down, it vibrates again. And so then you check it and you're just like, burp, burp. And then, at that point, I just wouldn't even check it anymore. But then I would forget, and then I would put it down again, and it would do it, and it would just be this vicious cycle every day of my entire life that would piss me off so much. stubbing their big toe every morning for the rest of their lives. At that point, man, I would never take off my shoes. I would wear shoes all day, every day. It'd be just shoes forever. That would just be my life at that point. It would just be shoes on top of shoes. I would just never take my shoes off. I go to bed with my shoes on. I wake up with my shoes on. I eat breakfast with my shoes on. I do everything with my shoes on, because at that point, I'm not stubbing my toe every fucking morning, man. There's just no way. Constipation until they're about to leave the bathroom. Man, y'all be thinking of some evil shit. That is evil to no degree. Okay, you're like, man, your stomach is growling, it's hurting, you really got a boo-boo. You sit on the toilet and you're just like, and nothing's just coming out. You're like, God damn it. You're like, all right, I'll give it a minute and it'll probably come back. You get up, you leave the bathroom, and your stomach just hurts and it's gurgling. You're like, oh, okay, all right, maybe it was a false alarm. Let me head back in. You sit back on the toilet, nothing. The dookie just recedes back up into you, and you're just like, oh, and you're just sitting at your desk with a hurt stomach talking about, oh my God, this dookie's been yo-yoing inside of me for the past 2 hours. Oh my God, yeah, that's an inconvenience, man. Jesus. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, never being able to get a fingerprint off your glasses. That would piss me off. Especially if you're the type of person who drives on the freeway all the time and you drive in the direction of the sun. You know, you wear some sunglasses, but they're constantly smudged, and then you're just like, nope. Nope. God damn it, I'm making it worse. My God. That would inconvenience the hell out of it. There's no way. I would be so pissed, because then you have to drive like this the whole time, and you're just like, please God, I'm in the lane. Please tell me I'm in the lane. Because when the sun is in your face and you're driving on the freeway and you can't see the lane markers, and you're just like, and you forgot your sunglasses that day, worst day of your entire life. You can't stand it. Let's see. Every time they take a poop for the rest of their lives, water splashes up into their butt. A little bit of that Poseidon's kiss, you know what I mean? Every time they drop a log, Poseidon just jumps up and says, mwah. Oh man, at that point, man, get a fucking bidet and just get used to water being splashed up your butthole. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing else you can do at that point. Their TV remote will always be slightly out of reach, forcing them to lean forward. And if they want to change the channel and ruining the comfort, lean back pose. The temperature in their house will always be slightly too warm or too cold. Their toilet will clog anytime they have a guest over. The L-shift key on every keyboard they own will only work on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Damn. This man has enemies. I could tell you he's got some enemies. He's like, nah, man, not only is your TV remote going to be out of reach when you are getting comfortable, your house is going to always be too cold or too hot, and your keyboard's going to be fucked up and it only works on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. God damn, dude. That man's got enemies. Every night, right as they go to bed, they'll spot a different spider on the wall, ceiling, or floor. As soon as they reach for something to kill it with, the spider vanishes. That would be like living in a nightmare for someone who has spider phobia. Imagine if you have spider phobia, and every time you go to bed, you see a spider on the wall, and then you're like, oh my God, and you turn the light on, and it's gone. And you're just like, where the fuck did it go? So you turn the light off again. Maybe, the spider will get wise, and be like, oh, the light's off. Let me crawl back out. Nope, it doesn't. You're like, okay. And you get back into bed, boom, there it is, right there. And you jump out and you turn the light on. It's gone. Spider's gone. And you're just like, I'm not going crazy. There's no way I'm going crazy. That would boil my blood. I couldn't do it. I'd burn my house down, man. Loud, slightly painful, bloaty stomach when everything's just perfectly quiet and serious, like the feeling you get right before you have to take a violent poop, but there's no poop. Well, that's gotta suck. You get all the stomach pains, but you get none of the relief. Like, you can't sit on the toilet and just, like, dude. Oh, that sucks. You feel constantly sticky. That would suck. And you would just take a shower, you get out of the shower and you dry yourself off and now you're just sticky again. And you're like, oh, and then imagine like if you went on a date with somebody and you gave them a hug and stuff like that and they're just like, why are you sticky? And you're just like, it's just me natural, okay? It's just naturally me. You would never find a significant other ever. Oh, that would suck. Anytime they watch Korn, it automatically goes to full screen and the volume goes all the way up on the speakers. Oh, good luck, man. Now you're going to have to just use your imagination after that. All you got is the imagination, man. You better get good with that imagination, because either that or just own up to it and just, have the speakers on and they hear it. They fucking hear it. That would be the worst. I would even maybe take it a step further. Like every time they open a certain app, you just hear like a really loud girl moan. So it's just like they open an app in public and it's like, ugh! And then everybody just looks at him like, what the fuck? What are you watching on your phone? He's like, no. It's Instagram. It's Instagram. And they're like, oh, all right. Fuck you watching on Instagram? He opens TikTok and he's like, oh, and it's like, it's just TikTok, man. It's just, imagine being in a library and he's just like studying and he opens he gets a message from like his mom or something. He opens the message app and it's like, and he's just like, oh, no, it's just messaging my mom. And they're like, yeah, sure you are, buddy. Whenever you smile at a person you like, there is spinach between your teeth always. It doesn't matter how long it's been since you ate spinach. Oh, that would suck. It's like you're around people you don't like, and then that one person that you like, and you're just like, hey, and it's just there, and it's just hanging. Oh, and they just look at you like, hey, how's it going? You enjoying them leafy greens, aren't you? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Having a random long hair hanging in the back of their shorts so that it brushes their calves repeatedly, and each time they look for it, it's not there, only to have it bother them once again when they give up searching. I guess that one is more for girls, because I don't know a dude who... I mean, I guess, the small percentage of guys that have long hair, I'm sure they can, they can, but I'm sure that's more for girls, and it's like they have that one hair that just kind of lightly brushes their leg, and they're just like, what the fuck is touching my leg? And there's nothing there. All right. Not saying I've ever done this or anything, but once, hypothetically, someone was parked in my parking spot in my apartment. It was Valentine's Day, and I had gone out for about 4 seconds before some jackass swooped my spot. Fast forward 4 hours, they're still there, so I took a knife and scraped off their registration sticker. I figured no real harm done if they were a good person. If they were a wanted felon of driving drunk, it would have been a mitzvah. Allegedly. What? Yo, imagine getting your registration sticker stolen And then you get pulled over and they're like, hey, you have a warrant out for your arrest. And you're like, no, I didn't know that. Oh, dude. That would be fucking terrible. We'll go ahead and continue. Okay. Sorry about that. If you were in the live, I had to restart it. Okay. All right. Let's go into the scenarios for today. Don't worry for the record, audio listeners, you guys, I will have you guys, I'll cut out that part where I was messing with the live. I kind of had to fix the live because the live was not really working as intended. I don't know why, but it wasn't. So, all right. Here we go. Our first scenario. Am I the asshole for sleeping with a man I knew way before my friend did? I, 36 female, just got out of a 17-year marriage where I was left by my husband and hooked up with someone I've known and had a sexual tension with for 3 years. God damn, 17 years. That's a long fucking time. And then she got out of that shit? Damn. All right, my friend, who's 33, who is notorious for trying to sleep with anyone/everyone with a little to no success, meet this man through me about a year ago and had come on to him several times, and he had to vocalize having no interest in her. To me and our friend group, I always ignored our attraction since I was married and never told my friend about this. And in fact, it was a welcome distraction/buffer to allow myself not to be attracted to him. Fast forward to my being single and we hook up. My friend is now very upset with me for having done this despite her having zero contact with him, this man, in months. Zero contact with him in months. And I see/talk to him almost every day because we work together. All right. I want to tell her I'm irritated that she's upset with me because she tries to sleep with everyone and this man never even liked her in the first place. And she's a bit delusional thinking there was ever a chance. Am I the asshole for hooking up with this man she had zero chance with and I knew way before her? Like, sweetheart, for one, you's a hoe and he don't want to be with a hoe. You know what I mean? He's like, girl, you a hoe. I don't want to be with a hoe. Like, come on now. And she had no chance anyway. So, of course, you're not the asshole for sleeping with this dude or getting with this dude. Because it's like, well, hello. You had no chance in the first place. Like, how does she have ground to step on? She's just like, how dare you sleep with the guy that I've been trying to sleep with for the last 3 years who showed no interest in me? It's like, I don't know, because he has no interest in you. Duh. Like, come on now. Like, come on. How does that make sense? What the fuck is going on here? Stupid. All right. Let's go on to our next one. Here we go. I fell for a guy I was sexting. All right. I met a guy on Reddit, of course, and we started sexting. It started off hot and heavy, and we were both agreeing that sexting is all we would ever be. We talked every couple of days, and it all seemed well. One day, he mentioned that he had thought about flying out to see me. When I asked him why he would do this, that his response was, "We have chemistry and life is short." Okay, this is where I started to catch feelings, but I never indicated that was the case. He was probably so smooth with it. He was like, "Baby, what do you mean?" He was like, "We have chemistry and life is just too short." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Coochie's wet, but I can't let him know that." I can't let him know that. Nope. All right. Let me keep my composure here. Oh, yeah, she was not trying to. So we had conversations about us using the L word with each other. Man, she was just like, I kind of low-key want to say I love you, but I don't want to say I love you, you know? I asked him why, because even though I was starting to fall for him, I wasn't ready to use that word. So, okay, he was the one that brought up the word. He chalked it up to having not heard it in a while, but when I said the reason I couldn't say it back to him was because if I say it, my brain will be it, and that's not healthy for either of us. His response was, then don't say it, at least not yet. Man, this dude he's a little smooth. He's getting her. He's getting her with these one-liners. We talked about me putting my situationship on hold while he and I figured our thing out. So she's smashing somebody else, but she out here sexting on the side with this other guy. Okay. All right. Things were still good after that. And then one day he tells me he wishes I was needier with him. I told him that I had been holding back and I wanted to be more forward my intentions. Fast forward 2 days where I send him a message and he left me on delivered for a week. There have only been sporadic brief messages since. Meanwhile, I watch his snap score steadily increasing every day. Damn, she's stalking this dude. She's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, he's not texting me back, but he's got time to be on Snapchat? I am heartbroken and I feel ridiculously stupid for being so. I knew what it was. I guess I kind of hope putting these thoughts out into the ether will get them out of my brain and I can move on. And that, why didn't she just keep it real? Why didn't she keep it real with him in the first place? You were having feelings for him. So why didn't you just be like, hey, yo, I'm having feelings for you? You know, maybe let's, I don't know, start I don't want to say situationship because she was kind of already had her little situationship. But I mean, it could have been a thing where she ended her situationship and then got into like dating, I guess you will, with this guy. You know what I mean? I think she fumbled her own bag. She over here wondering why did she, why did he never not text me back? Why is he only sporadically texting me? He's got time to, be on Snapchat, but he can't text me back. And it's like, well, because he was showing interest that he liked you more than whatever this was. And then you were just kind of like, nah, I'm okay. It's fine. You over here playing hard to get. And then what happened? You lost him. Stupid. Like, come on, man. Like, you got nobody but yourself to blame on that one. Like, you fucked that one up big time. You fumbled the bag, and then she's over here talking about I'm heartbroken. Come on, man. Come on. Let's just be honest here. Ridiculous. Okay, let's get on to our next one. Am I the asshole for telling his sister she needs to stop oversharing with my boyfriend? Okay. So his sister is oversharing with, I guess, okay. So her boyfriend's sister is like oversharing, with him. Okay. I love my partner, but his relationship with his sister makes me uncomfortable because she way overshares. For background, they are each other's only siblings. While I have multiple sisters, we are not close in the slightest, like he is with his sister. Having a conversation he has with his sister with my sisters would make me really uncomfortable, and we're the same gender. I think a lot of it has to do with their mom, who had really bad depression growing up and is now in a mental hospital. She wasn't really active in their lives. Same with their dad, who passed away. So my boyfriend and his sister are the only family they have. Okay. They talk a lot about growing up together, and his sister had said she misses it even with the neglectful mom because her and her brother were good 24/7, and those were the good times. Like, huh? She is normally in college, but currently staying at his place for break. She came out of the bathroom and says to him, I almost ripped myself open. He said, what happened? She said she accidentally put in 2 tampons and they both came out side by side, which was really painful. She said she almost shed tears. It was that bad. Maybe I have vaginitis or something because ouch. To which he laughed and said, oh God, you're okay though. You don't need a doctor? Like, okay, I don't know how he takes that so well. Like, if my sister said that to me, I'd be like, ew, too much information. And also, who asked? Why did you even share that with me? Later, she said there was a boil on her breast and was claiming that she had breast cancer and was going to die. He said, let me see, and showed it to him. I offered to look instead, but she said, no, sorry, I prefer to show my brother. She literally covered herself up so I can't see. She has no problem showing her brother her boob, but dear God, if I catch a glimpse. Anyway, he said it wasn't that bad, and she insisted that it was, but was too scared to go to the doctor because of course. But yeah, I've mentioned how close they are. They are to him before he even agreed. He said yes, she's my favorite person. He frequently calls her a baby, and I point out that she's only 4 years younger than us, but he insists that she's a baby, and I wouldn't get it because I'm not close with my family like that. But it doesn't have anything to do with closeness. It's about respect for your family and being classy. She comes off as trashy, and how she speaks around him. I went to talk to her and told her that I know her and her brother are close, but she shouldn't say that kind of stuff in front of him. She said I didn't get her family dynamic. She said I was conservative and weird about nudity/sex, but they aren't like that and they are open with each other. She said her brother shared all his hookup stories when he first experimented in high school. It's not a big deal to talk about sex, periods, etc. I said, listen, sure, you can think that's okay at like 15, but now it's not. You're both adults, so stop. There's no need to overshare. Am I the asshole for being annoyed? Wow. That's a little weird. I'm not going to lie to you. Like the fact that she, shows her bare breast to her brother. That's a little weird if I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of, yeah. Just saying. That's a little weird if I'm being honest with you. I don't know how I would deal with that. I don't know how I would take that because it's like if I was dating a girl and she was super open with her brother, and she's telling her all these things, but I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about that. Because that would just be very, very weird. It's like, on one point, that's the family, and then in his and her situation, it's very unique because, they don't really have family like that. And that kind of sucks. And the fact that they don't have family like that makes it even a little more weird because of the fact that they're like, oh, we only have each other and that's about it. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. You guys let me know in the comments what you feel about that because I don't know. I really don't know how I'd feel about that one. That's a little weird to me, being honest with you. All right, let's get on to the next one. I got a guy arrested for fucking his dog. I had a friend on Snapchat that posted a story that goes along the lines of, you're sick and disgusting. How dare you do this and show your friends that? I'm nosy, so I managed her asking what was up. She told me this guy from different high school. I was around 16. They were a year or two younger. Took a video of him having intercourse with his dog and sent it all to all of his friends. It was supposedly a dare for him to do this. I got extremely disgusted and asked her to send me a video and his contact information. She sent me the video in his Snapchat. I emailed an animal cruelty place and told them what I just told and sent them the video. They needed his information, so being a woman, I had the upper hand. A simple message to that man saying, hey, my friend gave me your Snapchat. I thought you were cute. Want to hang out sometime? Yo, she out here faking like she's interested in this dude. And just to get like his information so she can report him for having sex with his dog. What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay. got me a lot of his info. I got his full name, and surprisingly, he even gave me his address after I offered to grab him a pack of smokes and come over. I sent the information I gathered to the animal cruelty people, and after that, they said that this was all they needed, and they will be contacting the police. I blocked that man on everything. A week or so after, I heard about this guy that got arrested for fucking his dog after he was dared to. I also heard that the dog got... Oh my goodness, why do you do this? The dog got rehomed so he wouldn't be around it anymore. I'm very glad I did what I did. I mean, some people just, for one, have way too much time on their hands, and for two, they just want to be all up in people's business. Like, you didn't have to do all of that. You didn't have to go to those lengths. You didn't have to go that far. You didn't have to do any of that stuff. Like, what the heck are we doing here? That's a little weird, if I'm being honest with you. The fact that she was just like, I'm going to go to the utmost lengths to get this guy to go to jail because he got dared to have intercourse with his dog. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's weird, and it's like, why would you even do some weird shit like that? But, I mean, bro, you live your life. You know what I mean? You live your life, bro. You live your life the way you gonna live it. Like, that, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna be over there. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, come on, man. That's just a little atrocious, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Okay. Teach its own, I guess, man. To each its own. All right, we got our next scenario. I'm really curious if my mom wearing a bikini in front of our friends at a barbecue pool party was appropriate or not. My mom's 34 female, said I can invite all my friends to have a barbecue pool party. She wore a bikini the entire time, and I was happy she enjoyed the night, but my friends were so obviously checking her out. I'm the friend of the group with the hot, beautiful mom. They were very respectful to her, though. Some even asked her if it was okay for them to take off their shirts just out of respect. Of course, my mom didn't care at all because it was a pool party, but I did appreciate that my friends were very considerate of her. It was also obvious my mom felt safe and comfortable around my friends as she was chatting and laughing with all of them the entire time. It was super fun night for all of us. So I was just a little curious if it was inappropriate for her to wear a bikini. I also want to point out I had no issue with her wearing the bikini. She can do whatever she wants. Plus, she is still super young, and I want her to enjoy herself, but I'm very happy she had a great time with all of us. I'm simply curious on your thoughts if something like this is inappropriate. Info, I'm 19. The age range of my friends are 19 to 20. I mean, your mom was trying to get her some young schmeat, if I'm being honest with you. She was trying to get her some young schmeat, man. I mean, hey. Like she wearing that bikini for a reason. She wearing that bikini for a reason. There ain't no way she not wearing that bikini for any other reason than that. If I'm being honest with you, man. There ain't no other reason she wearing that bikini, bro. Because... yeah, and she looks at it like, oh, these aren't minors, you know what I mean? These are technically adults. Like, if one of these guys want to smack these cheeks up, hey, let's get it on. Let's have at it. So, hey, yeah, okay. Am I asked for cheating on my spouse? 10 years ago-ish, I caught dear spouse cheating on me. They said they didn't want a divorce and does still love me, but didn't find me attractive anymore and wanted an open marriage. Not having any family support aside from, I guess, DS, whoever that is. Not having a job good enough to financially support myself and already having terrible self-esteem. I agreed. Since then, he has had 3 other partners that I'm aware of. One was an ongoing affair that lasted more than 2 years. Holy shit. So he been smacking them cheeks 2 years long, and he's just like, yo, we can do this guilt-free now, baby. Let's go. I've had none. Not long ago, he was bragging to some friends about the situation. From what I was told, basically making fun of me for being so weak and spineless that I'd let him sleep around. One of these friends came to me and offered that if I was interested in taking advantage of the open marriage, they were definitely interested. I talked to him about this, and he said if I was interested, I should go for it. So I did. You should have, fuck him, man. You should have just went over there and got you some strange, all right? You should have hate fucked this dude. Like, man, and been like, I would never do this for, my whack ass husband. Fuck that guy. Give him the gop 9,000. Just, kill that shit. You know what I mean? You out here asking for permission. Oh, fuck that guy. He wanted an open relationship so he can smack on the girl he's been smacking on for 2 years. Come on now. Like, you should have went over there and got wild. What are we talking about here? I asked him, what the fuck? What kind of shit is that? Interested, I should go for it. Now he is mad at me. Oh, wow. Says I cheated. I've ruined our life together and destroyed their trust. Told our kids, friends, anyone that will listen that I've cheated and how I kept blaming him for me cheating. See, this is why if I was her, bro, I would have just went. I would have went and hate fucked the shit out of that person and would have just been like sucking that man's soul out of his life, giving him an experience like, shit, fuck my husband, fuck that guy, he ain't shit. Because it's like, that's what he's doing. He's smashing old girl that he's been smashing for 2 years. Forget that guy. Fuck that guy. And then he flipped it on you. Like, he was the one that asked for the open marriage. He was the one that wanted to go smash other chicks because he's already been doing it. And he just wanted to do it guilt-free. And then when you go and do it, all of a sudden it's cheating? It's a bad thing? Like, what about homegirl that you were smacking for 2 years? Hello? Before you were smacking that girl before we were in the open marriage. So, newsflash, you were cheating first. Come on, bruh. Like, what the fuck? How does this make sense? That's crazy. I remember being hurt and angry, and when I caught him cheating 10 years ago, see? I feel like this is a different situation. The understanding was that this was an open marriage that he asked for. Am I in the wrong here? Facts, fam. Like, bro, how are you going to ask for an open marriage and then when your girl go out and fuck somebody, it's all of a sudden cheating? Did you specify that it was closed on her end? Did you specify that she couldn't go be with somebody else? Like, what were you kind of going at here? Because if you specified that, all right, I can understand that. It kind of makes sense, whatever the case may be. But if it's a thing where, like, you asked your wife for an open marriage and then she, exercises the open marriage, you can't say it's cheating. Like, bro, you asked. And then on top of that, again, I digress. We go back to the point where he was smacking up a girl for 2 years while he was in the marriage. So it's like, hello? Like, dude, you only asked for the open marriage because the girl you were smacking for 2 years, you want to keep smacking on her guilt-free. Like, that is terrible, man. That is absolutely terrible. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into our last scenario for tonight. All right, boyfriend cheats for the 4th time. Are we moving too fast? A little backstory. I, 24 female, was in a 3-year relationship with a 31 male. And over the course of the relationship, he cheated on me about 4 times. But this time, a week ago, he got caught. He got caught making reservations to go cheat again. This is the same person each time. Okay, so he cheated on her 4 times with the same person. All right. I thought he was just like 4 different girls. That's what I thought. But no, it's the same girl. Just, 4 times. But I've finally had enough as I've realized my worth and the fact that he truly doesn't have any respect for me. Throughout the entire relationship, I have been faithful and also helped take care of his child. Since splitting, one of my college friends has showed interest in me and the feeling is mutual and it's been obvious for about a while, but being in my previous relationship, I shrugged off those feelings and ignored it. A few of my friends and family are supportive in me moving on, and some are saying I need time to heal and I should be single for at least 4 years. I don't feel this way as my trust has been broken entirely by my ex. Would it be so bad if I went on a date or two with my classmate just to see if we vibe? Oh, wow. Okay, that's about it. Not much information in there. She's pretty much just asking, hey, should I wait or should I just get out there and start dating? And to be honest with you, just go out there and start fucking dating. Like, homeboy cheated on you 4 times. You know? Like, homeboy's going to cheat on you for 4 times with the same girl. At this point, he's practically dating that other girl. So it's like, if he can move on and go from one girl to another, I mean, I don't see why not. You know, you can't just go from that dude to the next guy. And you already had feelings for him. You just kind of shrugged off the feelings because you were in a relationship with another guy. So it's like, I'm with you, girl. I'm with you, 100%. I'm with you, man. I think if, like, you put your mind to it and you look at it like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to go on a couple dates and see if it goes well, and it actually goes well and you actually like dude and you get into a relationship with him, hey, you know, kudos to you. I'm down for that. I'm an advocate for that. 100%, man. I am a 100% advocate for that. I think that you should go for that. Fuck that, man. You know, it's like, dude, if he's going to cheat on you like that and he's going to do all this extra shit and you just feel like there's no saving that relationship, get out of it. And go be somewhere that you're happy. And if that guy, you know, makes you happy, then let's go. You know, I don't know why they say you have to, like, wait in between relationships. I get it. You guys were together for 4 years. But, I mean, he went from one girl to the next. Why, you know, you should be able to just go from one guy to the next. I don't see why not. I don't see why not at all. You know, I don't see why not. We're going to do a bonus one since it's Christmas. You know, we're going to do a bonus episode, or a bonus scenario for you guys and for the people that just joined. Let's see. Hard R at work. Okay. I do construction rentals and I am closing out a rent with some of the customers and his workers. The boss man asked how much of your security camera trailers how much are your security camera trailers because you need one at most job sites to get the job insured. Well, I tell him how much it is and its sale price if he wanted to buy one. Well, my fellow desk guy and manager are up there and not really sure what they're doing, but boss man workers ask how many generators got stolen last year. Boss man says like 7. Worker then asks how about batteries. Boss man proceeds to say, hard R N-words aren't smart enough to steal batteries. He said, yo, those jiggers are not smart enough to steal some batteries. Oh shit. I am black. It's dead silent. Somehow I'm the only one who heard it. Both of them proceed to leave right after, but I found it somewhat funny and also telling of how used to say it. What? It was also telling of how it used to say it must be if he lets it slip in the front of a black guy. What? Okay, that made fucking no sense. All right. TLDR, white guy says black guys aren't smart enough to steal batteries to a black guy in front of coworkers and uses the hard R. Damn, that man is wild. He said, oh man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the batteries out there, man. These jiggers, they ain't smart enough to steal a battery. And he's talking to a black guy, mind you. He's talking to a dark-skinned man, and he's over here just like, these jiggers, you know, who cares? They ain't smart enough to do that. And like what? I mean, that's the boss, and I understand. That's why, you know, everybody acted like they didn't hear that shit. They were like, Hey, man, I mean, I didn't hear it. I heard it with the A. He said jigga. He didn't say jigger. He said jigga. What we talking about here? Like, you right, boss? Yeah, man, you right. Cause you know, those minority of people, they're crazy. You know what I mean? Just saying. Trying to keep my job out here. Man, like, out here trying to keep my job. What the fuck are we talking about? Shit, I'd act like I didn't hear him either. But I'd be talking about it. I'd be like, yo, did you hear the boss? You hear the boss say jigger? Like, yo, bruh, that man is wild. He owns some shit. But I would never say it to the boss. Fuck no. I'd be like, hey, man, what's up? How's it going? I didn't hear you say jigger. And if they came to me and they're just like, oh, does your boss always, say stuff like that? Nope. Nah, not at all, man. Fuck that. Fuck that shit, man. My goodness. Oh, but that's going to be it for me. If you're just joining the live, I do apologize. We are going to be ending it. I'll have clips of the live on my page. That way you can check those out for the thread and the other scenarios as well. Or Spotify, be a listener on there and check out the full episode. You can go on there too. But we're going to go ahead and end the live here. Thank you for being here. And that's that. All right. I got you. It's just you and me, audio listeners. Thank you guys for being here. We had a bit of, technical difficulties with the live, so, sorry about that. But, W episode, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hopefully you guys are being safe, enjoying things with your family. The people that came into the live, thank you. I know it's Christmas and you're busy doing your thing, but hey, it's Sunday and the show don't stop for nobody. So this episode will hopefully be up on Sunday night. And if you're listening to it Monday morning, well, probably Tuesday, if I'm being honest with you, because Monday is Christmas Day. So, you guys enjoy your Christmas Day, you know what I mean? And hopefully you're listening to this on Tuesday on your way to work or whatever. So, Merry Christmas to you guys. Love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate everything, man. The support on TikTok as well as the support on listening platforms and everything, man. It's been great. It's been wonderful. We're going to have an amazing 2024 because of you guys. You know what I mean? We're building a community here at Am I the Asshole Podcast, and I love it. I love it so much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, man. And we got some exciting things coming in the future. All right. We got some exciting things, man. We're going to get into like some book talk stuff, where every Thursday I'm going to be covering a book that we're going to read together. And then you guys can recommend me books and we can do that as well. They're going to be a little more like schmutty books and, shit like that, some spicy shit, and we'll be reacting to it, whatever. So they're going to be saying some kind of wild shit. I ain't going to lie to you. I won't be reading it because I have the reading comprehension of a 6th grader. So we're going to do the audiobook version. So that way it gets read nicely and it gets read in voices and we can kind of be fully immersed in it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be doing that for you guys next year. I got some new and exciting stuff that I'm going to be doing with guests. I'm going to be bringing back old guests. I'm going to try to get some new guests too, but we're going to be trying to just do new things and innovate around here, especially with the new year coming. So, thank you guys so much for downloading the podcast, for sharing, for being here, for listening, coming back every Tuesday, Thursday. You guys are the goats, man. I appreciate it. And rate the podcast, please. Rate it. If you want to get your scenario onto any episode that we do, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Or if you're an audio listener, just click that support the show link. We have our sponsor link for Daegeon, where if you want to get authentic Korean candy, authentic Japanese candy, authentic Southeast Asian candy, if you want to get that, our affiliate link is in there. You get 5% off on that. And yeah, man, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much, and peace.